Halo. For many, a first love, deep-rooted core memories of bliss, and invigorating, unforgettable childhood experience. It reminds us all of a simpler time, without bills, children, responsibilities, or careers, before the reality of real adult life sets in to kick us all in the balls. Memories of nothing on our minds besides beating the jaw-dropping campaigns as we step into the shoes of the one and only, enigmatic, big green badass, John 117, the Master Chief. Words cannot express the importance and necessity of stoic, masculine, level-headed, testosterone-filled savages that we desperately need in Western media, considering that we exist in the worst social climate to ever plague human history. But I digress. With a controller in our hands, cold beverage in our cup holders, the greatest soundtrack ever composed blasting in our ears, and the Halo world seemingly on our shoulders. Don't even get me started on the most competitive, genre-defining, trend-setting online multiplayer in video game history. The match countdown timer raises your adrenaline as you adjust your headphones, lean forward, and get ready to feel the coolest your 15-year-old self has ever felt. Partying up in a warthog with your friends to rob the team of their flag, sideswiping an unexpected super noob with the wings of a banshee, turning on the guy who shot you first as you outmaneuver him and punch him with your gun and get that oh so satisfying melee sound. Fast forward past the release of Halo Reach, Bungie has packed their bags and said goodbye to Halo, and subsequently to Microsoft per their contractual negotiations. But a few short years afterwards, greed and industry standards started spiraling out of control, prioritizing profit margins over passion, innovation, and creativity. Spearheading the penultimate shift in online gaming, corporate overlords with puppet strings held over passionate developers to slash quality and rush unfinished products out of the door, in latter years resulting in the almighty microtransaction that every single multiplayer game has now, curating the all too familiar battle pass and the devil personified free-to-play model. Capitalism is a great thing until it isn't. Unfortunately, post Microsoft handing Bungie's baton to 343 Industries, they released Halo 4. Although narratively a great experience with rich character development, excellent visuals and cutscenes, and a satisfying conclusion to Chief and Cortana's story, 343 was chasing trends instead of setting them, completely overhauling the art style to needlessly set themselves apart from Bungie, essentially making Call of Halo, as its core gameplay loop was so akin to Call of Duty. Then, Halo 5. Yeah, we're just gonna let that game rot in the lake of fire like it deserves.
Trash!
Post a year-long delay of Halo Infinite, the game finally launches. Personally, I absolutely love the campaign and art backpedaling they reverted to satisfy longtime fans of the series, and currently, Halo Infinite has the undisputed best gameplay that the franchise has ever had, hands down. They nailed so much of it to perfection, but then they didn't. No content, no consistency, and it was curated as the aforementioned free-to-play model. The in-game store was an overpriced disaster, is sometimes an overpriced disaster, overtly mid battle pass rewards, no game modes or playlists, no forge, and no progression system. As you can expect, players left the game in droves, with frustration and disappointment as the only communicable emotions left in passionate players' hearts. Coupled with a trending Twitter campaign to hashtag Fire343, as if it wasn't obvious the future of the franchise, a life-changing, puberty-defining relic of core memories for young men across the world, was looking all but bright. Fast forward again to Q4 2023, 343 Industries has had a ton of layoffs in several departments, most notably managerial positions. While this is usually always bad news, as soon as this happened, it was as if things started very much so looking up for the studio. They have now released, albeit inexcusably late, a slew of additions, namely being the Halo 3 Refueled event, with fan-made Forge passion projects that are currently taking the community by storm, and 343 are incorporating them into the official multiplayer rotation. And we have a progression system. with an end result of something awesome to work towards that isn't locked behind a $25 paywall fueled by capitalistic greed. The Mark 6 Infinite Master Chief Armor that looks absolutely gorgeous in-game, to solidify your status as a true gamer that earns something instead of a wallet swipe to satisfy Microsoft's profit margins. I cannot put into words how motivating it is to continue playing knowing that there is light at the end of the tunnel. It is not perfect by any means, and several more rewards need to be sprinkled across those ranks as you reach them, but it is absolutely a step in the right direction, and 343 deserves their flowers for it. Infinite still has a lot of shortcomings. Canned DLC to, in my opinion, a fantastic campaign, absurd skill-based matchmaking resulting in the sweatiest circle jerk of try-hard matches against grown adults with buckets under their chairs as to not have to use the bathroom so they can continue playing, desync, lack of weapon variety, lack of Spartan customization with armor pieces, coatings, and cores still separated from each other in many cases, no playable brutes or elites, the absolute crime of no dedicated third-person mode, even if just for campaign, considering how great it would work and how fantastic the animations already are, no dual wielding, no battle royale, although in fairness it's rumored to be in development, still very overpriced storefront forcing you to purchase bundles for specific armor pieces, bundling coatings as separate items as a way to justify the high prices, no more seasonal lore cutscenes, no non-Forge Firefight, even though the Forge creations are great, and radio silence on the production of a campaign expansion. With that being said, the game is by no means perfect, but it is by all means on an upward trajectory. Now let me not be a hypocrite and pretend as if I am not an active contributor to the plague of modern gaming and its outright disrespectful monetization practices. Judge not lest ye be judged. I am not on a high horse, but I really do miss paying $60 for a complete product with a campaign, a multiplayer, with working servers and community support, menus, playlists, and a progression system at launch with earnable rewards that people actually want. But I conclude with, at the very least, a thank you to 343 for making me want to play Halo Infinite again, and to stick around for that Master Chief Hero rank reward. If you made it to the end of this video, please like it, subscribe, and voice your frustrations with the game's current state and also any missing additions I may not have covered. The louder the community's voices, the more they will have to listen. I'm TJX Shippuden, and I'll see you guys next time.